do her left humerus, all right, since it's closest to me and it's easier.
Yeah, it's kind of awkward on this to do right.
So what's the SID? Is it 40 or is it 72?
40.
I think it's 40.
Since you're moving that way.
Yeah. Hint, hint. All right. So for this one, I'll move this back down. And you can kind of see, like, I mean, you can kind of see her shadow on here, but I like to line this up as best I can before I mess with the tube, especially if it was up here, since we're dealing with a longer bone. I like to try and include the whole thing on the anatomy. So, as we're dealing with the humerus, can you just take a small step to your right? Yep. And then hold your arm out with your palm in case it falls, just like that. Yep. Bring that just a little bit further right there. So you can see that from here to here is the humerus, right? You're literally just splitting the difference as far as where your central ray goes, okay? So for her, I'd probably bring it down a little bit. And you can see from here to here, and maybe a little bit. It's a little bit easier when they're not wearing a sleeve.
Yeah.
But so from here, you just open it top to bottom, and then collimate in, and you rotate the box just like that. So, and then from here, you can have her just take a small step to your right. There we go. And then from here, you can see.
Just make sure they're not like
Yeah.
doing that.
So you can bring it down a little bit if you want, but at that point you're fighting for millimeters. All right. And you want to make sure that you get above the shoulder up here, okay? Because you don't want to cut off the head of the humerus. All right. But you basically just turn the box so that it follows the length of their arm, of their forearm. And you can see down here actually that I'm like well past the elbow joint, so I could probably bring it up a little bit higher. Just put this in. Bring this up a little bit higher, so it's not like ridiculously past the elbow joint. Elbow joint's right here. So you want both condyles of the humerus in it, and also turn your arm a little bit that way, because you want the condyles parallel to the board of the bucky. All right, because it's an AP. Whenever you're looking at long bones like this, you usually look at the condyles. It's going to be the same for other parts of your body as well. Femur. So you want them as parallel to the board as you can. Okay? Take a small step to your right.
How do you know you're not going off the IR?
Do you have to reposition?
Because it's within. If you want to line it up, you can just put this back just like that.
That's holding out here forever.
And then you just turn it
I'm
back.
old. You're not that old.
You're like 32, right?
She's trying to get good grades. All right. And then just place your marker where there's lights. But you can see you have the humeral head up here, and then we also have the elbow in here. And you can collimate it in a little bit more if you like, but
Like super tiny patients.
yeah, it's gonna be a lot easier on that. Yeah.
How do you do the other one? How do you do it?
How do I
You
do it?
like this? External and internal?
Yeah, I mean, for some people I might have them face the board, but it's just easier to have them stay where they're at. And then relax your arm for a moment.
So we do an external and internal.
Well, we do an AP and lateral.
AP and lateral.
Yeah. So this is AP because the length of the condyles is parallel to the bucky. For lateral, what we have them do is you literally just turn your arm in like that. You can have their hand like this or their hand like this. I generally go for this because it gets their humerus in more of a lateral position.
Feel
It's easier.
as you do that on you, like,
Yeah,
feel it,
this-
just feel yourself, how you move
Yeah.
those things. Your arm, and just feel those condyles as you move it, and just try to picture it, how it articulates, in your head.
And you can see here in this position that you can see that the condyles, if I put my finger here, that there's a line going straight into the bucky. You want the length of them perpendicular to the bucky now, okay? And that'll be your lateral position. So from here, you would just line it up again, and it's probably gonna be around the same height since it's literally almost the same image that we just did. So then from here, once you get it lined up, you can turn this back just a little, and just make sure it's lined up, and it is. There, or wherever there's light, okay? So you can have them like this. This isn't as comfortable as this, I found, for most people, so it's up to you, like, which position you want their hand in, okay?
And you keep the IR in lengthwise.
Yeah. Any questions?
Comments, questions, concerns?
Anything else?